All right, welcome to this inaugural edition of the Wrestling with Wood podcast. Woo!
Yeah.
I am your host, SR Native. Along with me is my bro, Forever Delicious, aka
Woo.
Mike. I will be calling him Mike since he is my
Yeah.
brother, and that is the only name that I know. Well, and
Yeah.
other things I call him. Uh, we've done this podcast before.
Yeah.
Just it was just more privately. I don't think we didn't really
We
air
had
it.
we had a couple of them come up.
Yeah, but we never really
Yeah.
wasn't really like do it now, you know.
Yeah. It wasn't high on the list.
Yeah. Anyway, today we're just gonna go over we're gonna let's talk about what are we gonna do? Talk about kind of wrestling, mostly like WWE and AEW.
Hmm.
Indies we might or not indies. Oh, would you call the indies like Impact,
You see, I don't know
ROH?
because I want to say yes, but at the same time, I don't think they are.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even call Ring of Honor really indie anymore. But
What about
uh,
NJPW?
no, I wouldn't call NJPW indie.
Hmm. Okay. Well,
It's
just
just
yeah.
because I mean
Okay.
that's big. It's just not. Uh, I can't even say it's not big here. It's big here. I know that.
Yeah.
It's it's just not as promoted here, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
I
It's like
hear
it
you.
doesn't have a TV show here.
Hmm. It should honestly.
Yeah,
Only thing you would like air. Well, no. I'd say you can air it. Like you can board it, have it
yeah.
on some other test.
You could do tape delay. Yeah, like I wouldn't mind. Like okay, I'll watch it on this day. Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, you subscribe more to that rather than
Yeah,
me. I just
but
watch.
even then, I think that's hard too because their schedules are a bit staggered because it's like they'll do 3 shows in 3 nights, take 2 days off or something like that. Then they'll come back, do 2 shows, then take like a couple more days off. Then they'll keep doing that. Then when their thing's over, there'll be like a whole month, I think, of
Yeah.
just nothing.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's crazy. That's a weird schedule.
I think yeah, because I think some of it. I think right now it's starting to come to it where before Wrestle Kingdom, like for a month, there's nothing really big happening. There's shows, but it's not nothing like uh, to worry about. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, today we're just gonna talk about was it Full Gear, AEW's
Yeah.
pay per view? Because honestly, I don't remember anything what happened on Raw and SmackDown. Only thing I remember happened on SmackDown is that it was pre-recorded and because it was in England,
Yeah.
and everyone ruined it for me on Twitter. So I
Yeah.
knew what
Yeah.
happened. I knew what happened before everything was.
Yeah. I already know what's gonna happen on Raw or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like okay,
Like, oh, sweet. Okay, cool. That's
I don't
not.
really need to watch it. I
Yeah.
guess.
Because they told me like, oh yeah, Kofi Kingston and Big E are the new
Tag
tag
team
team
champion.
champions. I was like, ah, okay, thanks guys. But they're probably like, well, you're supposed to be on top of this. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have like news sources.
Yeah. And even then, like I don't want to. Like I would rather have it organically than.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, so
But that's the problem with pre-tape. So whatever.
yeah, it is. Um, I don't know how long we're gonna do this show. Well, I don't know
How long
when.
the runtime is going to be?
Well, no, the runtime, but just how. Let's say,
How often?
how often we're gonna do this show. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah.
How often we're gonna do the show.
Well, we'll probably do this for this one,
Mm-hmm.
and then Survivor Series is
Survi-
next, I believe.
when is that? Next week?
I think it's yeah. I think it's next week or 2 weeks from now.
Well, 2 weeks from now. Okay, we'll just do it. Try to at least do it every pay per view ish, maybe.
Yeah, every pay-per-view sounds good to me. I think
Yeah.
because I mean, if we keep talking about everything, it's just not going to go anywhere sometimes.
Or we can just do the lead up
Yeah,
then we can do our prediction. We can do the lead up and see if like this if the story is this storyline is gonna go through. Are you excited for this that,
yeah,
or
yeah.
yeah, we'll make our predictions. Then we'll
I don't mind. It's just like yeah, it's just I don't know if we're gonna be able to talk about everything for every week. That's all
yeah,
it is.
yeah. That's the only thing. That's the only thing.
Yeah,
But anyway, okay. We're gonna go straight to AEW's Full Gear. Uh, I personally, I went over to your house and watched it.
yeah.
I fell asleep. That's on me. It wasn't any part to Full
It,
Gear. It's
yeah,
just
it was a long
when I
weekend.
get to your house, it's just yeah, it's a long weekend, and I get tired really fast when I sit at your house. I fall asleep. It's like recommended. It's always like it's like a,
It just
it
happens.
just
Yeah,
happens all the time. I saw the first two matches of the night,
yeah. You
I
saw
believe.
the buy-in, right?
I
With
saw the I saw the
Britt Baker
buy-in.
and Priestley. Yeah,
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah.
And I saw that, and I saw the first
The
match
Young
of the
Bucks and
yeah, the Young
Santana and
Bucks,
Ortiz.
which was
Yeah,
really good. I thought
yeah. It was a really good match.
really
I
sold a
enjoyed
lot
it.
of good things. They really sold a lot of
Yeah,
stuff on that match.
yeah. They did.
Man, just like him hitting which brother was it?
Which part?
When he hit his shin, kicked himself in the shin, or not
Oh,
shin. When he kicked him when he
that
kicked the pole, he hurt
yeah,
his
I think
shin.
that's Nick that kicked it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that was Nick that kicked the pole or yeah, the ring post. He
yeah,
sold that throughout the match.
yeah. I thought that was good.
Yeah,
Um, all in
even after
all,
the match,
yeah.
because he
Even
came,
after,
came out later and he was still limping.
all in all, I thought it was a good match.
Yeah,
What good way to start off the show.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
It was very solid.
one thing is I like about the authoritative state of AEW is that they're not winning. I
They're not
mean,
always winning.
they're not always winning, which is pretty neat to see.
It is. It's not like oh, like okay, they're just gonna do that.
Because I think what their mentality is like the Young Bucks already have a name.
hmm Yeah, I can see that.
Like
That they have a name.
all the people that have created AEW have a name already, pretty much. I would say.
Yeah, just
So
about.
I would think that they would give this time to, uh get the your boost your talent up.
hmm
So that's why I think this is pretty awesome. That was a pretty awesome match.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be wrong. People would say probably would say no, 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 no.
Oh,
Like
okay.
these guys are these Santana and Ortiz, right? Yeah, Santana and
Yeah,
Ortiz
Santana Ortiz.
already have a name. I'm like
And they do, but they're uh they're not allowed to use it.
LAX. I found out they were
Yeah,
LA. I was like, what? They're LAX? Okay. I was like,
yeah, yeah. They can't use
they
it.
were from Impact, right?
Yeah,
Were they from somewhere else too? Because I
I
don't know.
think I don't know. I don't really want to get into that because I don't even know where everybody started or whatever either.
Man, okay, audience. If people were like, well, how do you not know all this stuff? We are simply almost casual. We have like little we know a little we read a little bit
Mhm.
what's going on in the background, but we take it we're not marks. Okay,
There's a lot of people to keep tabs on. That's basically
yeah.
it.
Yeah. We're not marks, okay? We're not what's the odds? We're not punks. We're not snobs of wrestling. We love wrestling. We like wrestling.
Mhm.
I don't know about love, but like we enjoy it. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. I think the next what do you give it out of? I give it like a 3.5, maybe out of 5.
Yeah, three and a half, maybe four.
3.5, maybe
I probably
4.
give it
Yeah,
four.
I would
Yeah,
say 3.5 out of
because
four
it
stars.
was very entertaining. Had a cool story with it and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what I like about AEW most of the time.
Hmm.
It has a good story. Has a good story.
It
Has good
does.
storytelling in
In
their
their matches.
matches. I'm full of gas. Ate at dinner. Oh, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Any more thoughts on that those matches? On that
I think I'm
match?
good. I mean, yeah, that match, like,
We're just gonna try to go through these really fast.
we're just gonna go through the main matches, I guess.
Yeah. What was next? Hangman
Next
Page.
one, yeah, Hangman versus Pac.
I watched that
Pac.
one. Yeah,
Yeah,
Pack the bastard or the what is it? Little
yeah, the bastard
yeah,
Pac. Yeah.
bastard Pack. Um, I watched that one. I remember
Mhm.
watching that one, and I thought, man,
I I thought it was pretty good.
this
I
one is
really
good.
did.
Yeah, also a pretty good match. Uh, honestly, I feel like I don't know what like how to like.
I,
I feel like I'm giving a little bit more favor toward AEW because it just feels refreshing to see
it
something
is
different.
it is refreshing right now to watch it.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I think my biases right now are leaning towards favor towards AEW. So along the line, I will like say like, all right, could have been better. This could have been, but right now everything's just like, oh, it's like just like yeah,
yeah,
just
it was great. It
it
was a
just
good
feels
match.
good. Yeah,
It was a
everything.
nice because again the storytelling was there too. And it's like, oh, like he tried to do what he did before and get him with a low blow, but he caught it.
Yeah,
And yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I think
And then I think the cool thing too was that he was gonna pass out to Pac submission, but like rather than just pass out, he actually like fell into the ropes,
yeah,
so it kind of protects the hold still
yeah.
in a way. Like, oh yeah, he was going out, and it would have probably been over, but he happened to hit the ropes, so they had to pull it off of him.
Nice. Yeah, it was pretty. That was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Um, only thing is like I don't like his finisher.
Which one?
Hangman Page's
The
the Deadeye.
Deadeye or the
Yeah.
okay?
Um, I just think it's more like Kane's tombstone. You know, it's not gonna hit the
They're not gonna
hit
their head's not
the
gonna hit the floor,
yeah. And if
or
they
they're not gonna
do,
have enough. There's a
yeah,
big cushion. Let's
yeah.
put it that way.
There's a really big cushion on that. And if they don't, like, ooh, that's gonna hurt really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I'll give it a solid 4 as
Yeah.
well because it was a rubber match and it was a really good one.
Yeah.
It was really good. I thought it was awesome. I'm pretty sure that's not the last we'll see of it.
No,
Honestly.
apparently they're. I think they're having another one on Wednesday.
Oh really?
Actually, yeah.
Sweet.
I think they're having another match on Wednesday. Yeah. So
My chair's
we got
squeaking,
that to
by the
look
way.
forward to. I know I try not to move too
I
much.
know. I try not to move either.
Um,
All right, now this is where I started to fall asleep, and it was
yeah.
probably like the coolest one. It was like it was when this is when they started bringing out the AW Gold for every match, pretty much, right?
No, no, no.
Oh no!
This one was the one after that was the Sean Spears Joey Janela.
Oh, I watched that one. Yeah.
Yeah. And that
Okay.
was just a very
That was
standard match.
that was random.
Yeah.
Was it random?
It felt random, but like
Was it on the marquee?
it wasn't being advertised, no.
Hmm.
But it was like kind of felt like a last minute match that they put together because it was on Dark. I
Mm-hmm.
think either this week or the week before
Yeah.
that they were setting it up for.
Okay.
And yeah, and that was pretty much it. And I was like, okay.
That's
It
all
was
that.
kind of like the women's match, like where you didn't even know that she was defending the title until this week.
Yeah. Yeah. That is true. Because I was like, wait a minute. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, pretty decent match. Solid standard match, I think. Pretty
Mhm.
much.
This is
Uh,
standard. It wasn't gonna blow you away.
yeah, it didn't blow me away. I was like, all right, it kept me up. I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. What was it?
Yeah,
Is it was it Ty Dillinger?
yeah. Formerly Ty Dillinger.
Formerly Ty Dillinger.
Yeah, he beat Joe Janela via pinfall.
He got a nice spike power driver on the floor.
Yeah, on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we forgot to mention the Rock and Roll Express.
Oh yeah.
Those. Too late now. Well,
Yeah,
everyone saw that. That was awesome.
that was.
The little man can fly.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, this is Sean Spears, Joe Janela. That was just the standard match. Just I wasn't like, oh yeah, I'll give it a 3. You know.
I would say that's like your go to the concessions kind of match.
Yeah.
Like your
It
little,
kind of
it
felt
felt
like
like a
it.
breather match, like a little like
Yeah, when you look at the thing, because after this, yeah, it's the championship matches after that.
yeah,
So it was the breather basically.
yeah. But it was a
Yeah.
pretty good breather match.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I thought. Uh, I don't like to say that, but it kind of was.
Yeah, it kind of was. It was just a last minute thing that they kind of put together. I feel,
Yeah.
but like I said, it probably did feel like that. But it would you, well, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't think it was bad.
Yeah, I
I'll
don't
just
think it
say
was
that.
bad either. I don't think it was bad. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
okay.
I think Sean Spears needed to win
Yeah,
because I think after he faced Cody, he hasn't won a match since.
obviously. Yep.
Yeah, so yeah,
The chair thing, I think he has to hit people constantly with the chair in order to keep
maybe
that gimmick, honestly.
yeah something along those lines anyway.
That's how he introduces rivalries. He
Yeah,
starts up rivalries.
just goes out and hits him with the chair. Yeah,
Yeah. I would say that'd be pretty interesting way to do stuff like that.
yeah,
Yeah. I'm gonna say 3 out of 5.
yeah. 3 out of 5.
Okay.
And then after that was the
Is it
tag team championship match between
triple threat?
SCU, Private Party, and the Lucha Brothers.
Now this one, I fell asleep. I laid
Uh,
down because I was like, I'm gonna get relaxed and watch this. Then I was
and
like,
then you
oh
just
no, I'm
passed out.
fading away. Then I just passed out.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good match.
Apparently,
Uh,
everyone else said it was a pretty good match.
yeah,
Everyone was saying the Lucha Brothers were getting really over
yeah,
with
they're
everybody.
really over with the crowd
Yeah,
right now. They had the louder pop when they introduced all 3 of them. I was like, all right, cool. Like,
pretty neat.
I'm into it.
But it might be just that certain crowd.
Maybe, but I don't know. Because I mean, it feels like they've been cheered everywhere they've gone.
True, true. But yeah, I think I don't know. After that, I'm pretty sure they're next in line for the title.
Hmm.
I would say.
Well, I did read stuff like saying like it felt like a good match, but it also felt like it's just part of the longer story
Hmm.
that's still going to happen because it did end with SCU retaining the titles. They beat they Private Party took the pin. There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then at the end of it, you know, uh Pentagon is in there and then all of a sudden lights go out, another Pentagon shows up, and then it turns out it's Christopher Daniels, so you know that whole thing's still gonna keep going. So it's probably they're probably gonna I personally would be looking forward to a Christopher Daniels and Pentagon match somewhere down the line.
Hmm.
A singles match.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
He still got some fight in him.
Yeah.
What was the reason for them to to choose the other guy over Christopher Daniels? You know?
Uh, yeah, the Lucha Brothers came out during that tag title, or yeah,
Well, I know they
during the
spite
tag
power
tournament.
drive him, but is
Yeah,
there any reason for like them choosing like saying, "Hey, why don't we have the other guy over instead of Christopher Daniels?"
it was just because it was like they had three men. That's basically
Okay,
it.
all right.
So it's like, yeah, like
no
he's
real,
also a part of this tag team or this group anyway. So just put him in.
no real
It's
raising.
like if yeah, it's like if you have the New Day, and then like right now Xavier Woods is injured, so it's Kofi and Big E.
Yep. Don't get me started on that.
Anyway, yeah.
I'm content with the tag team titles," said Kofi Kingston with a sort of sad face on his face. Sad face on his face. Face.
Anyway, yeah, I thought this match was great. I was I was enjoying it. The
Awesome.
spots here and there.
Glad you did.
Yeah.
I was in there in spirits. I was right there.
I'd give it a 4.
I was right there with you. All right, and this another then this one. Okay, yeah, all right, cool.
And after that it was the women's
A
match.
women's match, women's championship match.
Yeah, with Riho versus Emi Sakura.
Sweet. Now this one
I
I woke up with, but it was
yeah,
like halfway done, or
yeah.
not, maybe not even half. Probably like 3/4 of the way done. And
Hmm.
from what I saw, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I enjoyed this because you could tell that they'd worked with each other a lot.
Hmm.
So it was like, all right,
Obviously, they're both from
yeah.
their
Well, she Emi
organizations.
Sakura also taught
Yeah,
Riho, so it's like, all right, that's cool. And I think they even said like they'd had a total of 39 matches already,
yeah. Dang.
and like with I think I'm gonna get this wrong. I'm pretty sure it's like it's either I can't remember which one has the lead. I want to say it's Sakura that has the lead, had the lead
Hmm.
in terms of their matches. Anyway, yeah, that was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was fast paced, and it just built up.
Fast pace and razzle dazzle.
Yeah, I think the only problem that like I see a lot of people also saying is just that there's no real build up to it.
Yeah,
It's just kind of like it just kind of happened.
yeah. Do you think they're kind of in a flux with the women's championship match? They don't know who to who to put there.
I
Who?
want to say yes, but I think it's mostly just trying to. I think they're just trying to find their big heel right
Yeah.
now.
Well, obviously, we all know who the two big heels are.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, there's like no one like because obviously it's Nyla Rose or is it Nyla Rose?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Nyla
Nyla
Rose and
Rose.
Awesome Kong that are
Hmm.
the two big female heels. There's no
Yeah,
one like really below them
yeah.
in turn.
There's B Priestley, I think, but she's only been on it like once or twice, I think, so far.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, like I said, they haven't really built up any of them right now.
Yeah, I think it'll change just because I'm hoping that with Awesome Kong having shown up earlier in the night, it's gonna start building up a bit more
Yeah,
because up until now she hasn't been there.
yeah.
The pay per views.
Nor is that other Japanese woman either.
No, she hasn't been there
Ah, I
either.
forget her
And
name.
she's on the roster. Aja Kong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, no, not her. Not
Uh,
the older one. The other
oh.
one. He was on there
Uh,
for like just one taping, one show. Forget her name.
you talking about Hikaru Shida?
Yeah.
Yeah. She just came back.
Okay.
She was doing stuff in Japan
Hmm. Sure.
this whole time. Yeah. But yeah, she just came back. She had another match this last week. I think she's had two matches since then. But anyway, yeah, that should be an interesting character as well. A wrestler. Yeah.
They should have a
Uh,
tournament, honestly, for that now. I feel like they should.
they should. I would kind of wonder if they're going to start doing something like that to set themselves apart
Yeah,
and to actually like give you like an idea of like, okay, this person's number one, this person's like number eight or whatever. Like they did the tag team
yeah.
tournament.
That'd be actually pretty nice. I would like to see that.
Yeah, I would too. Just so that we're like, okay, that makes sense. Like as to why they're the they're the number one contender for now.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you can have like in the meantime you can have somebody make a dominant run even though they were eliminated early or something.
None of these, since I pinned the champion, I get the
Yeah,
title shot.
yeah. I don't know if I really care for that. Like it kind of makes sense, but it's like it really feels like a quick fix, I guess.
Yeah. Well, they don't like. Well, nah. I'm not gonna get into it right now. Well, maybe
Yeah,
I should, since this is gonna be like our only one for another 1 or 2 weeks, maybe.
maybe. Yeah.
Is NXT gonna get a pay per view this along with Survivor Series or no?
Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah, that's their War Games, right?
That's War Games, yeah.
Sweet. Um, I was gonna say, well, I'm pretty sure WWE doesn't want to do storytelling like that anymore for them
Hmm.
for
You say
the
that.
women's series.
You say that, yet I've heard what's going to happen on Raw. So
No, with Asuka.
with Asuka and Becky Lynch, yeah,
Yeah. Is it Becky
yeah,
Lynch? Or I thought it
yeah.
was Charlotte.
Apparently, apparently that one's really weird. Well, we'll get into it later.
All right.
Because right now we're still doing AEW. So anyway, yeah,
Let's talk about that after this
yeah.
stuff. All right. Um.
I'd give this one. I'd probably give it a 4. Like I know it's a lot of fours, but yeah, like I enjoyed the match.
Yeah.
I
And like
really
I
enjoyed
said,
it.
audience, we'll get better at rating our system, our things
Yeah.
in the long run. Right now, it's just like, oh yeah, everything's just exciting and new. And it's
Yeah, like
just like
as I think as the product grows and you've seen like how good it can be
grows or
to
worsens.
yeah. Well, I mean, just in terms of like how many matches they've had,
Yeah.
like because you know, like oh, this is the height of the tag division or the women's division,
Hmm?
and then yeah, you'll be like okay, like eventually these things will like fall, rise, whatever. Even these like matches we're reviewing now, like they could probably fall and rise later on compared
Yeah.
to where the thing ends up in.
And who knows? Like maybe we'll do like that one guy that we watch.
Yeah.
He goes over old pay per views and he rates them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. I forget his name, but whatever. Shout out to that guy.
Yeah. Alright.
He was like wrestling with regret. I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. But anyway, yeah. AEW Women's Championship match. 4, maybe 4.5,
Yeah.
if I'm really feeling generous.
Yeah. All right. Now we got
The
the
World
main.
Championship
Well,
match.
truthfully, the main event. The World
Yes.
Heavyweight AEW Championship match. Le Champion Chris Jericho versus Cody Rhodes.
No, you just got to call him Cody.
Cody?
Yeah.
Cody the Nightmare.
Yeah. The American
Nightmare.
Nightmare.
The American Nightmare, Cody. Cody the American Nightmare. I don't know how where his suffix comes from. Or is it suffix?
Mm,
I don't know. I just butchered
whatever.
that probably.
Anyway, it's a great match. I really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too.
And
That was great storytelling as well.
yeah,
That was great storytelling. I thought that was great storytelling.
it was. The lead up to it was just, oh, okay, I
Mwah.
want to see this.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, it was really good. I thought. I kind of saw the end coming.
I mean, yeah, you can kind of see it coming
But
because I was
like,
kind
no,
of
not
because
the end of the match, but just what happened at the end.
oh yeah,
I didn't know that was how the match was going to end.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay.
Like in the
Um,
grand scheme of things, it made sense
yeah,
because it's like uh if you really watch it, it's like okay, MJF has not done anything really this whole match,
yeah. Like he's
while
obviously gonna do
Jake Hager
something.
is like
Yeah,
interfering and stuff like that
yeah,
during the whole thing. So it's like, what's going on? And then finally, you get the big payoff with him throwing in the towel for him,
yeah.
and it's like, oh,
By the way,
okay,
that lion tamer looked awesome.
it did.
I haven't seen like just him putting his old
Just
style, the
yeah,
old school style. Well, the actual, I would say, the actual walls of Jericho
yeah,
on him. They don't call it the walls of Jericho. I mean, I've heard
no,
Jr. call it the walls of Jericho, one or two times. I'm pretty sure it's like it's a Freudian, it's a slip. Let's just say,
yeah.
it's a slip.
But I
I
mean,
know.
he's referenced the what is it? What's that called? The Uranagi is a rock bottom, like
Yeah, I was like, whoa,
twice.
rock bottom. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, later on in the other match after this, but yeah, I was like, rock bottom. I was like, is that what it's really called, the Oranagi?
I think it's called the Uranagi. I don't know. Somebody probably say no. It's actually this,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I
but
mean, yeah,
that's what
Jr.
that's what I
references a lot
remember.
of like WWE guys.
Yeah,
Like he
that's
was
what I
he
remember being
referenced the Big
called. It's
Boss
like
Man in there. I was like, whoa, is he allowed to say that? I'm like, man, it's the dude. It's not really in terms of
I
uh
would think you can go ahead and make references to other.
wrestlers.
Yeah, but you can't. You just can't go overboard with it. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Like you can't use their likeness. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, because I remember when he did the sidewalks, or someone did the sidewalk slam.
Oh, I think it was.
I think it was
I think it was Hangman
Pac,
Page.
or
Yeah.
yeah, it was Pac. It was one of those two. Yeah, I remember that. He
Yeah.
was like he referenced the Big Boss Man. I was like, oh, cool. I haven't heard that name in a long time. But anyway, back to the yeah, it was just awesome to see him do the well. He did the the fake walls of Jericho. I'm gonna call it the walls
he
of
did the
Jericho.
he did the
The
Boston
Boston
Crab
Crab, yeah, the Boston Crab first. Then he actually put him in the real
and the Lion Tamer.
the Lion Tamer, which is the real walls of Jericho.
Yeah.
For those you don't know, I don't know how you would describe the Lion Tamer.
The difference is that your knee is up on one of them, basically.
Oh, is it? I thought yeah.
It
Is it
seems like that's the way it
is
is
it
anyway.
is the knee like jammed in the small of the back?
I think so. It's like because the Boston Crab you're just sitting on them,
Yeah.
pretty much. I think that the Lion Tamer is you drop down to one knee
Mm-hmm.
and you pull them back while oh, I don't know because I want to because it looked like last night he was driving his knee into his head
Mm. Okay.
too while he was doing it.
It might be too. You never know.
Yeah,
Or you never know. It might be. It
but
might be
yeah,
the
but
same.
like one like basically he's to the side. He's doing the Boston Crab on the side as opposed to
Yeah.
sitting on top of him.
Yeah.
I guess is the way to think of it.
And the opponent is like
It looks more excruciating.
yeah, because he's like resting on his chest. No, I would say not chest. His upper part of his chest, more of his neck.
Yeah.
He's bending. He's pretty much bending him full bow and arrow ways
Mm-hmm.
backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
and
bending
that
at the chest where
yeah,
yeah.
bending more at the neck. I would say. Well,
Yeah.
he
And
the what's resting on the what's resting on the mat is his upper chest.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, let's settle that. All right.
I don't know. Somebody will probably get all more technical into it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked really painful, and
Yeah.
especially because he kept like sinking it in.
Yeah, he kept
even
singing
more
it
and
even
more
more
as
and
it went
more.
on.
Then
Yeah, that
MJF threw in
was
the towel,
through the
called the
towel for
match,
him.
and
Called the match.
that's it.
Cody can't challenge for the title anymore.
Or Kenny.
I mean, that's probably. I'm thinking that's what the whole entire thing is going to be. Is like
Like
the blow off will be like, yeah,
he never quit or whatever. He never.
he didn't tap out, but at the same time he didn't. MJF took it away from him.
Yeah,
Took away that. Took away his choice, I guess.
yeah, I would say that too. Honestly,
Yeah.
and there you go. You have another good startup of a rivalry there with
Mm-hmm.
MJF and Cody.
Yeah.
Does do they? He can't even. Does he have rights to his own name?
I think he does.
He just calls himself Cody.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man. Okay.
Because I think that's what he called himself when he was in Ring of Honor. It was just Cody.
Okay. Oh man, but yeah, that was a fine match. Oh yeah, MJF. They go, they stand in the ring.
You kind of
Why?
wonder who's going to throw the first punch.
Yeah, I was wondering. Yeah, I was wondering who was gonna throw the first punch. Like
Because I would have
really,
been.
go ahead.
Well, it was interesting the way it went anyway, but like it just would have been like whoa, like out of left field if Cody was the one that threw the first punch instead.
Yeah, like deep down, I'm like, it's gonna be MJF, but I like,
Yeah,
but then, you never know.
you never know. It could be this, and then they could like it could just be this whole thing where he's like very apologetic and stuff like that. Like it could have been like a more even like dragged out, or I don't want to say dragged out because that makes it sound like it's a bad thing.
Yeah,
A more prolonged burn until MJF actually turns.
yeah. But I think the time is right because I feel like since MJF hasn't been doing anything, he hasn't been wrestling or anything like that. I
Yeah,
mean, now is the perfect time to do it.
yeah,
Even then, he was like saying like, now it's my time. That when he
yeah,
was yelling at when he was when he turned on him, he was yelling at him.
yeah.
It's my time, my time. Yeah, but I'm gonna give it a solid. Hmm.
4.5.
F.
Like I want to give it a 5,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like that'd just be uh not pandering. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. I feel like people would just think it's like the flavor of the month, that kind of thing.
Yeah, 4.5. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's give us. I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm gonna give it a 5. 5 out of 5. This is
Yeah.
just all in all, storytelling wise.
I kind of want
I
to give it a
didn't.
5 just for
I
that
didn't.
bump that he took when he jumped onto the ramp.
Oh yeah. Oh, we'll talk about bumps, dude. Uh.
And he's not cleared either.
Cody.
Apparently, yeah, he's not
Ouch.
cleared to wrestle.
Well,
Looking at the
obviously he's
pictures
got that huge
afterwards,
gash on
yeah,
his head.
I was just
Yeah.
saying, did you see the pictures?
I
Like,
didn't see
oh
the
man,
picture, but I know like well, obviously we watched the
it was
match.
bad.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just like I'm gonna give it a 5. Solid wrestling, solid storytelling. Uh all in all, very enjoyable. I don't really feel like there was a
A
slow
moment,
spot
yeah, slow
in that
spot.
match,
Yeah.
honestly. I would say. Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 5.
All right, yeah,
To me it's a 5.
yeah.
Alright,
I,
4.5.
I'm
No, you
I'm just
keep
being
four and a
stingy.
half. You
Yeah,
keep four and a half.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying I'm gonna just give. Yeah, I'm just saying I'm just being stingy. That's all.
All right, 4.5. And the show was over, quote unquote.
Quote unquote over.
They
Yes,
didn't, but they didn't turn off the lights.
they did. They flashed them red a couple of times.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And we got the lights out match, quote
Yeah,
unquote, aka quote unquote, aka the uncensored or unsanctioned
the
match
unsanctioned death match.
between John Moxley the Kenny Omegas.
Yeah.
Now this was not a match, ladies and gentlemen. This was a gruesome, bloody mess. Not really, but everyone out there in the internets, in the interwebs, thinks it was. And honestly, to me, this match for a supposed death match, they kept calling it. Everyone kept calling it a death match
Yeah.
on the internet. And I'm like, this is not a death match. This is if this is a death match, this is very tame for a death match. Because I remember those. Well, the only ECW shows I've ever watched were the first two one night stands, and those
Yeah.
were the only two that I thought were like really. Those are the only two that I was like, okay, this is what ECW was, and I'm pretty sure, like, no, man, that's really tame to what it used to be. I'm like, I'm sure,
Yeah.
but that's as far as I'm pretty sure that's as far as I'll go.
That you'll get to go either anyway.
Yeah, and I'll never watch CZW
Yeah.
because I don't want to watch people kill themselves.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. This is very tame. I thought it was very tame, honestly. I mean, like
I
the
thought it was a
blood.
step above what I'm used to because I think the at this time the
Mm-hmm.
craziest thing I'd seen was that hardcore match between Foley and Orton at Backlash or something. Yeah, I think it was Backlash.
You don't remember the ECW one with Foley and the hell is his name? Terry Funk when they did was it a tag team
It
match?
was a tag team match.
And like Funk was both Foley and Funk were just a bloody mess.
Yeah, but I mean, like I didn't. Well, I can't really remember too much of how that match went. To be honest, I just remember the reason why I say that is because I remember they pulled out the bed of barbed wire during the Orton and Foley match. That's all I
Mm,
remember really. I
yeah,
was like, oh, and he was like he. That was probably the first dude that I've seen unprotected get hit with barbed wire and thumbtacks.
true. Yeah.
So that's like why I say that. Even though yeah, did watch that match.
You also watched the dude get thrown feet first on thumbtacks.
I watched him jump feet first onto
Yeah,
thumbtacks.
well, yeah, that too. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
that no, I'm just saying because that was just a highlight though. I didn't watch that match.
Oh, you didn't?
No, that was just somebody's highlight of what happened. I don't even remember. I think it was an Impact thing too, and I just don't remember what it was, who it was,
It
and when
was
it
no. I
happened.
thought it was AEW.
No, this was a different thing because it happened around. Uh,
How am I
I
remember it
don't know.
distinctively being AEW?
I don't know.
Because we were
Oh
watching
right,
it.
yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. I know which one you're talking about. You're talking about the Cracker Barrel match
Yeah,
with and Janela Havoc and Darby Allen.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's right. He did atomic drop him onto it. Because I was trying to think of
Trying
what
to
you were
get
talking
me,
about that
fool?
one time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that.
Don't know your AEW.
Well, I mean, I remembered it.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, because I know you brought it up last night. I was like, I don't remember what you're talking about. And then now that you mentioned it, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, that's right, that happened. That was the thing. That was a fun match.
Especially when he threw himself into the Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
But yeah. Um. Yeah. But I'm just saying, yeah, I was like, oh my goodness, like especially when he was
Yeah,
sweeping
sweeping his
John
back with
Moxley's
the
back
barbed wire.
with the barbed wire broom. I was like, ooh, that's a little too far. I was thinking it was a little too far, but like honestly, I was like, this is pretty tame because honestly, those like when he like the biggest like spot where he was bleeding was like the first time he hit him with in the
He hit him with
supposed
the
back of the head, which
yeah.
I never really saw him hit the back of the head.
The
The
thing
top of his
was is
head,
that
yes, but not the back of his head.
I think the thing is that because it was a broom,
Yeah,
it wasn't like just stiff, you know.
yeah,
So I guess it just whipped around and probably hit him in the back.
yeah.
That's
Okay,
probably all that did it.
but yeah, but that was it. Even then, after a while, that blood kind of disappeared off of Moxley's
Yeah,
body.
because if people want to say that this one was like crazy and hardcore, like you just got to go back and watch the first pay per view, or was it All Out?
Yeah,
Yeah, when and that wasn't even a hardcore match. It was just a match, and he just and was
Dusty.
Dustin? Yeah,
Dustin, yeah, Dustin took a hard bump. I think it was just a hard bump, right?
yeah. It was either a hard bump or he actually did late, but I'm pretty sure it was just a hard bump.
Yeah, I can't
And
remember.
it's just like he was just bleeding like crazy. There was more blood in that match than there was
Yeah, there was way
in
more blood in
last
that.
night's match. Yeah,
Yeah, he was a he was wearing what JR calls a crimson mask
yeah,
of blood. Like all you saw was just his eyes,
yeah.
like his blue eyes or his gray
It was just
eyes.
everywhere too.
Yeah, it was everywhere. It was all over the place. And
Yeah,
this one, I was like, yeah, it was pretty gruesome to see barbed wire. Then like they bring out glass, quote unquote
yeah.
glass, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be even horrible.
This is gonna be terrible. Yeah,
Yeah, but then like they threw each other on it, and there was no blood or anything.
there wasn't. Yeah, there wasn't blood until after a little while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even then, like the blood disappeared.
yeah,
Still, I mean, because like honestly, I was like, I was telling our dad, I was like, I think it's more like it's like when you get a nice scratch,
mm-hmm.
nice like you you tear off the surface and a little bit of
Yeah.
a little part of your
Like
underskin.
you're bleeding a little. Yeah,
You bleed, yeah, you bleed, but it doesn't like keep
it
bleeding.
doesn't last.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't last long. That's how I seen. That's how I thought. That's how their blood was last night
Mm-hmm.
because it kind of was. Honestly,
Yeah, it was quick.
it was quick. Like it was like, oh, that's brutal, but I was
Does
like,
that mean that we wanted more blood? No,
no,
it
I don't
doesn't mean
want
that
to.
we
Yeah,
wanted more blood. It just means it's like okay.
yeah, I've seen worse. Let's just say that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Uh, then like going deeper into the match, then they bring out that bed of barbed wire. Oh my god.
that barbed wire cage thingy.
Thingy.
Yeah.
And they suplexed
Oh,
each other on it. Man, that I
oh
was like,
man.
ooh. I mean, I think it's just because we've matured a little bit,
Uh-huh.
and we're not 20-year-olds anymore. We're not like teens anymore. So like
Yeah,
that's
we're
not
not
gonna
the
be like,
teens.
yeah. We're
Yeah,
not like,
we're all excited because it's gonna happen. No, we're like, oh, this is gonna
ooh.
hurt.
Yeah.
Like you're just like, oh, I don't even know if we'll watch that. Oh,
Yeah.
but it happens, and you're like, oh, it's terrible.
Yeah. Even then, there wasn't a lot of blood.
Yeah,
Not a lot of blood. Uh, which goes to show they still bled. Don't get me
yeah,
wrong.
it's
It was
still
still
blood.
barbed wire. It's still
Yeah,
barbed. So that means they still get cut. They still get cut from it.
yeah,
But
they're still getting cut.
it wasn't like crazy bad. It wasn't
Yeah,
like Foley's arm like dripping blood bad.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like anything like how you would see Mick Foley, Terry Funk, or any of those guys. I'm pretty sure if you would say like talk to John Moxley, you'd be like, "Wow, that was the most tamest. That was probably the most, you know,
a more tame match than you ever
yeah,
had.
than he's ever had." Yeah. All in all, uh, John Moxley got the win
Yeah,
by I forgot to talk about the last part where they. Now I thought this was the more brutal part of it when they exposed the wooden planks of
Uh-huh.
the ring, and they're hitting each other, throwing each other on it. But then Kenny
Yeah.
Omega goes onto the turnbuckle, does his does what is it? What do they call it?
Uh,
Was it a dragon screw? Wasn't a dragon screw. Anyway, he
Snapdragon suplex.
no, not the snapdragon where he jumps off. Anyway, he took a
Oh,
he
okay,
took a
okay. I don't.
he took a bump real bad, dude. His head.
His head bounces off the
Of,
freaking wooden planks.
I
Yeah.
thought that was the worst thing that in that
Yeah.
match. Because in the end, you see like when you see him get pinned, his that the top of his eye is already like black and red and everything. I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, that was not a
Yeah.
good. That was not
Yeah.
a good hit.
Yeah.
That must have really hurt, honestly.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, well, everything probably hurt. I'm like, no, dude, that that was probably the worst bump of the night. I want to say that was worst for me. That was probably the worst bump of the night.
Hmm. I'm at I'm at odds between him and Cody.
Oh yeah,
That's all. But anyway, yeah.
yeah. You can say Cody, but Cody fell like what 2-3 feet,
Yeah.
whereas uh Kenny he jumped off of a maybe about 4 or 5 feet.
Jumped higher,
Yeah,
yeah.
he had a higher, and he didn't really. Whereas like his Cody's bump, he kind of braced himself. Whereas in Kenny Omega's, he kind of didn't have a chance to do it. I mean, because you see his head bounce
Hmm.
right off that wooden plank.
Yeah.
Yeah, and oh god, just seeing that, like, ooh, that probably would hurt.
Yeah.
Anyway, everyone's saying like, yeah, this is probably the best time to for this is probably the best thing that John had or John Moxley could do just to get it out of
Yeah.
his system since how they what they did with him in WWE.
Yeah.
How they tamed him. Because go through John Moxley's background, he was a CZW champion apparently. I was like,
Mhm.
whoa. I didn't even know he was in that organization to begin with. Honestly, I was like, wow. Now knowing that this match was like gonna be like that, I was like, all right, I can see why he wanted this.
Yeah.
Man, but that was a pretty good match.
Yeah. I give it a
Uh,
5
give
personally.
it a 5. I give it a 4. I'll give it a 4 because huh, you know, other ones I had a really decent thing, but this one is just kind of hard to pinpoint why I would give it a.
Yeah.
Maybe I think maybe they got into it a little bit too soon. Instead of, I think they got introduced the weapons a little bit more sooner.
Yeah.
I would like to have seen a little bit more wrestling.
Yeah, I could see that being a thing.
Also, I'd like to see a little bit more blood for a quote unquote death match, as they say. Uh, yeah. I'm pretty sure this is not. Pretty sure this is probably the not the last we'll see of a unsanctioned match or a lights out match. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure this will be. I hope they just put it on special occasions. Like it's a
Yeah.
once in like how the Hell in a Cell used to be for WWE.
Like, yeah, it become like I'd like it to be more of a like it's a grudge match or something like that.
Yeah, it's something to end it.
Yeah.
I don't know what they'll do after this with Omega and Moxley though. Will they keep going? Maybe, I don't know.
I think they will, because I'm pretty sure the idea would be to eventually have them have an actual sanctioned match.
Match? Yeah, I would say so too.
Because even though like we're just like, oh my god, like it's crazy, and he won,
Mm-hmm.
there's still the whole thing of like, well, he didn't actually technically beat him,
Yeah,
and
true.
then yeah, there's probably still going to be that whole thing in there for
Actually,
both of
I
them,
think that would
really.
be actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
The actual wrestling match that would be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it on, I say. Bring on more
Yeah.
if it's great wrestling, which I think those two are seriously underrated.
Yeah.
I mean, when like they WWE reduced like John Moxley, aka Dean Ambrose, into like what, like 4 or 5 moves. That was it,
Yeah.
pretty much. They didn't really like establish him as. They didn't even establish him when he was the champion. They didn't even like give him anything to do. Honestly,
No.
yeah, he was. Was he world heavyweight champion?
Yeah, he was.
Okay, yeah. All I remember was when he had a title and they had the Raw over here when it was like 125 outside, and I remember like the opening part of him was getting out of the taxi, and he
Yeah.
put the title on the not the hood but the roof of the cab that he was in, and I was like, oh, that's gonna burn when you grab it, dude. Like, don't touch any of that. Don't touch that car. Please don't touch that car.
Mm.
Oh, anyway. Then he came in with like a leather jacket too, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be all sticky. Gross. Anyway, okay, let's go back to that death match because everyone was going crazy about it after, saying,
Yeah.
um, was it too far? They were saying that it went far. I want to know, was it too far? Because even like Renee Young was like
Mm.
saying, well, that's John Moxley's wife. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is disgusting, or not disgusting, but just like WTF, and like what's going, like
Yeah.
what is this?
Like why? Yeah.
Yeah, and
Basically, yeah. Uh,
I'm like, I don't think it was that that I didn't think it didn't go far. Honestly, to me, it didn't go far
hmm.
because to me there was no pool of blood.
Yeah.
Like I've seen pools of blood.
Yes. Yeah. That's the thing. I've
Yeah,
seen pools of blood, and I've seen them in hardcore matches and non-hardcore matches.
yeah.
So yeah. Uh, I don't think it went too far.
Aside
I
from
don't
like
think so.
the like everyone was probably like going crazy because of the glass thing. And I was
Yeah.
like, I don't think it's probably just as like crazy as thumbtacks, honestly.
Yeah. It's probably, well, with the way that they did it, is probably more tame than Thumbtacks, actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Because had it been Thumbtacks, that would have looked horrendous on both of them.
Yeah.
Because they both went through it.
Yeah, and Moxley kind of he dragged himself
He had to drag
on him.
himself through it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been like, "Oh, that is the worst."
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
a better storytelling device than Thumbtacks. I just say
yeah,
that. Especially since it was supposed to be the glass table that he put Omega through.
yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I didn't think it was that. Like people were saying, yeah, I think it was just a little too far. This is not what wrestling should be about. Like we're going backwards. And I'm like, calm yourself down, WWE puppet. Um, that's how I feel sometimes. But then like one guy was saying like it didn't go too far. We just didn't we just got tamed by like how WWE runs things now, since they don't have any blood anymore and they don't do stuff like that anymore.
Yeah,
you know, which
I
is
could see that
which
being a
is
thing because
probably
that
a
was the prominent organization this whole time. So
yeah, and we haven't seen any of that in a while.
yeah,
I mean, we see the uncovering of the ring like twice in NXT,
yeah.
but honestly, how many of the how many of the demographic of Raw and SmackDown audience watch NXT?
Honestly, I'd probably say like less than half.
Yeah,
I would say less than half,
they
but
don't want to.
somebody else would probably be like, no, it's actually this. But yeah, I do feel like most of that crowd is casuals,
Yeah,
more of a casual audience, or like they just don't know that this exists. Even though it's a part of WWE, they just don't know that it exists.
yeah. Even though it's televised now.
Yeah. I think this Survivor Series thing is really helping them,
Yeah,
and that's about it.
helping them from now. They'll probably win
Yeah,
in the ratings, this week, probably.
maybe. I don't think they did actually.
No, 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 this coming week.
Oh, okay.
Because they have now established NXT as as a sort of invading force, and they're like, oh, what's gonna
Yeah,
happen on NXT? You know,
yeah,
um, but you never know. Honestly, people are just like, 3 days of wrestling.
yeah.
Some people are just like, 2 days of wrestling. So
Yeah.
I'd rather
Well, I
watch
mean, 3
Raw.
hours of wrestling. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Then you add NXT, which is now 2 hours.
Yeah.
Then now you have well, you always had SmackDown. It's like 7 hours of wrestling.
Yeah. 7 total hours. That's if you don't include 205 Live anyway.
Yeah, no one watches that.
No,
Hardly
most
anyone.
probably not.
Hardly anyone watches that.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
one that's like recorded with one of the other things, so it's like I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they'll probably boost it up for now, but after Survivor Series, will it go back down because they're like, who cares?
Yeah,
Who cares about NXT now?
we'll see.
And what would WWE do? They're in a predicament in that one as well for Survivor Series. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna let NXT win? Would
That's
Vince
what I don't
do
know.
that?
That's what I'm really curious about with this. Like, who's gonna win what, and
Yeah,
what does it even mean?
yeah. Like, what happens if NXT wins everything, or just at least like one big major thing?
Yeah.
Well, they still haven't established that they're like. Have they established that the NXT champion is gonna face the Raw and SmackDown champion?
No, because Brock Lesnar's facing Rey Mysterio, and then I don't know what Bray Wyatt's doing, and I don't know what Adam Cole are doing either.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, I don't know what that idea is because everybody else is having like a triple threat match. Because the tag team champions are all facing each other. The women's champions are all facing each other,
The
and then
Intercontinentals,
yeah,
the immediate intermediates, are they facing
I
each
don't know.
other?
I don't think they are. I don't think so
Really?
anyway.
Velveteen's still the U.S. title, right? United.
No, it's Roderick Strong.
Oh, Roderick Strong. When did he take
Yeah.
it?
During that one where he got injured.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, during that first episode,
Oh, dang.
he took it.
That sucks. All right. That sucks.
Well, yeah,
Well, I don't even know who the Intercontinental and U.S. title, U.S. champion are.
I think
Who they are?
Intercontinental is Shinsuke, I think
Oh
still,
yeah,
and
Shinsuke.
then US is AJ.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I'm not saying that on AJ, but it's just like even AJ can't even bring that title up. Well, then again, they're giving him storylines, or what's he called? Yeah, storylines that are
They're
more
giving him storylines
toward
that have potential,
to the
but they
tag
keep
team
making
to
him bury the dudes. So it's like, why?
yeah.
Because apparently, because like the Cedric Alexander had potential to be like this whole thing, but then they just buried Cedric Alexander,
Yeah.
and then now with that, what's his name, Umberto Carrillo or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like apparently that has potential, but uh, AJ pinned him again during Raw, and it's like, oh, okay, I guess not. I don't know.
Did they need to go with how AEW does it? I feel like the contenders don't really face off against each other during the whole time. They have like little things in
They have
between.
tag matches, but yeah,
Yeah. Like, do they have tag matches?
yeah, they do because they had
But I don't feel like that really hinders them, honestly.
no.
Because I don't feel like
Because the
they
way that it ended, the way that the tag matches ended, the last one with what was it, Pac and
like. Do they really get their hands on
Moxley
one
winning.
another?
Yeah, they do every now and then.
But it's not like a full on match though.
No,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
yeah, I don't know. It's whatever. Survivor Series is looking like it's whatever right now.
Yeah.
It's looking interesting, but at the same time, it's looking like what are we doing?
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Anyway, I think we should wrap this up. I mean, we got through AEW, Full Gear. Oh no,
Yeah.
that being a bunch of wimps. It wasn't that hard. It wasn't that extreme. Uh, I'll
It
say
was
that
and it wasn't.
it was and it wasn't. Yeah, I've seen worse. Go back maybe about shoot 10 years or whatever.
Would it be 10 years? Maybe 15.
Has it been that long?
I think it has.
Dang.
Because even then, I think those were like the the
Or
matches
even
that we
go
were
back
talking
to when
about. I think those were
go
like
back. Yeah, I was gonna say go back to
early
when
2000s.
go back to when they were like making Brock Lesnar a freaking beast, and he would like just like blow up John Cena, and he blew up Randy Orton.
Yeah,
And you say that is not hardcore?
yeah.
You remember those? Because you remember he like busted open. He busted
He
open
busted open John Cena in
Cena.
his return match. Yeah,
Yeah. And he busted open Randy Orton.
and he busted open Randy Orton with a bunch of elbow strikes,
Yeah.
repeated elbow strikes too.
Yeah. And that was more bloody than anything I saw last night. So
Yeah.
we're being a bunch of wimps. All right. Okay. All right. That'll do it for this inaugural podcast, Wrestling with Wood podcast. We'll be back. Survivor Series weekend, I would
Maybe
say.
before then.
Maybe before that. Yeah.
If
Well,
anything
the
else
week
can
of
happen.
Survivor Series. Yeah. The week of
Yeah.
Survivor Series. We'll have our predictions, and at the end of Survivor Series, we will have our thoughts on it. All
Yeah.
right. Um, thank you for listening. I am SR Native. You can catch me on Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter at SR Native 87. Go ahead, Mike.
I am Forever Delicious. You can catch me on Twitch and Twitter. Twitch at Forever Delicious and Twitter at Forever Delicious without the E before the R.
All right. All right, that'll do it. We are tagging out for the night. See you
Yeah.
later, guys.
Bye.